Gets me through my morning every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Can we talk about Showdown 57, please? Oh, my very goodness. How good was that?
So good. And I don't know about you, but I love Port. I love the Crows. I love them both equally. So I didn't know who to barrack for in the end. But I thought Port are a real chance to get done by a big margin this weekend.
And that's the thing. Do you know what I liked as well is that it completely lived up to its reputation of form not meaning anything.
100%.
One team lost by 90 points the week before. The other team won by 60 points the week before. And then they came together beautifully to be a less than one goal differential.
What were your favourite moments in the showdown on the weekend?
Very goodness. Where would you like me
Because
to
I
start?
texted you at one point and I was like, oh my God, how excited are you about that Jason Horne-Francis goal?
Really excited. And I responded with simply this. And you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, that was so good.
The Mark Keane mark at the end will go down as an iconic showdown moment. And that is exactly what you want when you watch a showdown.
From a miracle comeback win. And the Hornets got it. Horne-Francis weaves his way through the middle.
Oh, it's on. It's on.
Launches
It's on.
long. Finlayson gets there. Oh, what a run. Against the grain. Is that a game saver?
Seriously, that was just ridiculous. The courage of it as well, going back with the flight of the ball. And that was it. So it probably, Finlayson, who was hot,
Yeah, he was
probably
good.
gets a clean chance at marking it. Instead, Keane jumps back. It's those moments which will go down in time.
Can I ask you, as a semi-professional footballer, when you're backing back into a pack like that and you know it's coming, like you know you're going to get cleaned up, what's that feeling like?
It's not a nice feeling.
No.
It's really not a nice feeling. You're just sort of bracing for this big old hit.
Yeah.
And I had some lucky ones where I almost got cleaned up really, really badly. I feel like now, though, particularly in the AFL,
Yep.
like it's much safer to go back up there. There's always going to be some danger,
Yeah.
but versus, say, 20, 30 years ago, particularly with the likes of Gary Ablett Sr. coming out going, well, if someone gets in my way, I'm going to use my knee as a weapon
Yep.
and see if I can make their head pop off.
Okay.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Sure. That's fine.
But that was a beautiful moment. Mark Keane as well, of course, the Irishman. I'm so fascinated with the Irish,
Yeah.
and particularly the guys with the Gaelic roots that come over here. They're just built a little bit different.
So I just wonder how it pans out. How do they come out here and play AFL? Like, are they growing up watching it on Channel 7 or how do they even have an understanding of the AFL over in Ireland?
Well, I think the big one is that you got Jim Steins, who sort of started
yes.
it, put it on the mat, and then you got guys like Ty Kennelly
Yeah.
from Sydney, who all of a sudden you go, oh, geez, this could be a route for us because it's so similar the way that they move, and there's some good athletes over there.
Yeah.
But there's not good money in Gaelic football, even
Right.
professional Gaelic football. So maybe it is for a lot of these athletes to be like, actually, you could veer away from your original roots and play this game called AFL and make some good money.
And can you imagine being an Irish man living in Australia? The accent would the women would flock, wouldn't they?
Do you reckon they'd go, do you reckon Ty Kennelly went okay back in the day? I just sort of feel like maybe he had an option or two. Let's hear from Mark Keane. And there's one thing in particular that he said about Irish boys being courageous, which I think is going to stay with me forever.
We put our heads where you wouldn't put your shoes. I let Finlayson get a goal just 30 seconds beforehand. And I said the next time the ball comes in, I'm going to have to do everything, just get this ball out.
Did you hear that at the start?
Play it again.
Asking about Irish boys being courageous and where exactly they put their heads that other people don't quite particularly do.
We put our heads where you wouldn't put your shoes. I let Finlayson get a goal just 30 seconds beforehand. And I said the next time the ball comes in, I'm going to have to do everything, just get this ball out.
We put our heads where you wouldn't put your shoes.
I still don't quite get it, but I'm sensing that you wouldn't put your shoes in good places.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, wow.
It was an epic showdown, and hopefully your team won. But what we needed to understand and appreciate was that it was close, and that's what it's all about. And then all of a sudden from a game like that, if it was a blowout, then all of a sudden the heat would have been on poor, but it wasn't. It was tight, so we can talk about the good bits and not focus on the negative aspects.
Can I ask you, showdown medal, did that go to the right person?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
It was a very, very weird situation because Bergman did such a good job on Dawson. Isaac Rankin was good in the fourth quarter, but he's pretty quiet before that, so there wasn't a standout for the Crows. Riley Thilthorpe was excellent in the first half, but then he got a little bit more blanket in the second half. Rosie was the most consistent. So it's only happened 4 times before where a player from the losing side has won one, but I think he deserved it. There's a case for Riley Thilthorpe, but Rosie was very good.
Is there a ball that Riley Thilthorpe can't catch? Is there a football that when it's coming at his mitts that he will miss?
What about when you're a footy and you get kicked out?
Let's all be footies for a second.
You get kicked out of the middle and you're like, oh, here we go. What's going to happen here? Am I going to hit the deck? And then you see Riley waiting for it and you're like, oh, here we go. Here we go.
Welcome to Papa.
Here he is. And then, that was nice.
Warning, the following segment is for mature audiences only and may contain adult content, graphic language and nudity. Not that you'll see it. If easily offended, well, you're about to find out just how easily.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jody and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
Naughty.
Hey, Jodes, sometimes an article just pops up on your desk and you're like, oh, I connect with that on a spiritual level.
Okay.
A really deep spiritual level. You ready for this one?
I'm certainly keen for you to read this headline. Go.
Here it goes. You ready?
Yep.
I had a threesome with a bisexual woman and my dead husband's ghost. He finally got his happy ending. It's good, isn't it?
Okay, go on then.
So many different layers.
Yep.
A UK widow, her name is Nikki Wake, claims she had a threesome with a woman and the ghost of her late husband. His name was Andy, and she said she felt his presence during sex.
Okay.
Andy, of course, died from COVID in 2020 at the age of 54. He dreamed of a threesome. Of course you did, Andy, you dirty bit. Which Wake had secretly fantasised about as well. Why'd you keep that a secret, by the way? And they planned to explore this before his death. After losing her husband, Wake re-entered the dating scene, connecting with a woman on a romance site, and felt Andy's spirit was present during their intimate encounter. Of course it was, Andy. Keep your hands to yourself, thanks, you dirty ghost. She describes her relationship as now being polyamorous and has created a website, Widows Fire, to help other widows and widowers keep their passion alive. Nikki believes her late husband would have supported her exploring new relationships and feels his spirit continues to influence her love life. He's watching. He's always watching. He's touching. Keep your ghost hands to yourself.
I love that Nikki's entered into his relationship with this woman and she's like, this is what my husband would have wanted.
Yes, I'm doing the right here. He would have been so proud.
Goodness me.
How can you assume that your dead husband approves of you getting into other people?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that. If my husband were to pass, oh God, I don't even want to think about that. And then I was to have a dalliance with another woman, I'm not entirely sure that I would want to feel his presence in the
It would just feel like, oh, what's that feeling I'm getting from my late husband? Oh, it's a feeling of disappointment. Oh. And then what about Nikki as well? She's like, they'd be sitting there doing, and all of a sudden a knife would come flinging across the room and just stab, and she's like, oh, yeah, that's him. That's a sign that he's so proud.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
That's a good joke.
Jody and Hazy's Monday Morning Joke Off.
Yeah, that's right. Humour. Best way to kickstart your week.
Yeah.
Just attack it with a smile. Do you know what I'm saying, Judge?
Just put your vein out, big fat injection, let's go.
Oh, let me at that vein.
Okay.
All right. Can I kick us off this week?
Sure.
All right, here we go. What do you call sweaty boobs?
I mean, the foremost authority on breasts.
That's me, isn't it?
What do you call sweaty boobs?
Humidititties. What?
That's good. It's quite disturbing about the man saying the word titties.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't sit well.
It's throwing humid with there.
Yeah,
Just what a combination. All right. Up next, Jodes, what do you got?
We're going short, sharp and shiny, so let's go. Why do ducks have tails?
Oh, no idea.
To hide their butt quacks.
That's
Uh-oh. I'm so sorry. It's the small things.
all the dads out there going, yes, Jodes, yes. Well done.
I mean, it was Mother's Day yesterday, but you're welcome, dads.
Yeah.
All right. Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, a happy West Coast fan, and an old drunk are walking down the street together when they simultaneously spot a $100 note. Who gets it?
Hang on. You might have to say it again.
Yeah. Take us through the options again.
Yeah, do it again.
Santa Claus,
Yeah.
Yep.
the Tooth Fairy,
Yes.
a happy West Coast fan,
Okay.
and an old drunk are walking down the street. They see $100. Who gets it?
I don't know.
The drunk. The other three are mythical creatures.
Got that, Eagles fans.
Oh, I love footy jokes.
Yeah.
Every now
That's
and again,
good.
slide one
I
in.
think that's your sweet spot,
I
producer
know,
Molly.
it is. It actually
But
is.
before the joke, I had to make sure they were still zero wins.
No, they
I
suck.
know.
But years of experience as a disgruntled Carlton supporter comes
Yeah.
naturally.
I know my way down the bottom of the ladder.
Having said that, West Coast didn't suck so badly on the weekend.
Oh, West Coast, they lost to Richmond by 2 points. It was a good old-fashioned suck-off. It was like who could suck least? And it turns out Richmond sucked just that little bit less.
Oh, good old-fashioned suck-off, as you say. Yeah.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Here's a study which I don't think is going to surprise too many people.
No.
A particular study finds that dogs outrank every human relationship we have except for our kids. That's pretty heavy stuff.
Can I talk about my little dog journey, please?
Yes?
Okay.
Little dog journey, because it's a little dog.
Yeah. Well, little Sid.
Yeah.
She's a toy cavoodle. She's tiny.
Yeah.
But I never liked dogs. My whole entire existence, I've never liked dogs. And now, when I met Sid, the toy cavoodle, I'm in love.
There she is. Oh, so much blood, but I love her. I love her.
Can you stop doing that, please? Because that's not what Sid does.
Yeah. So the survey found that dog owners consider their bond with their pets more satisfying than friends or partners. It reports human-dog relationships to human-human relationships across 13 scales, highlighting stronger affection, companionship and reassurance in dogs. Dogs most closely resemble parent-child relationships due to the control owners have over them, resulting in fewer negative interactions.
Okay, your thoughts?
Good on your dogs. Oh, it's the same thing. Like, you can trust a dog. Do you know it's hard to trust a human? It's very easy to trust a dog. They got your back. They've got your back.
Do you know what I find about dogs, which is really intriguing? They can sense when something's wrong.
100%. They
Don't you
feed
reckon?
off it too.
100%. They will come and cuddle you. They know that
Yeah.
something's amiss.
Yeah. So what about on the flip side when you try to relay your problems to a cat and the cat walks on top of your chest and then goes up to into your ear and goes, sucked in.
Easy's sealed section with Tiff Warren from 10 News First.
That is a false way to get into this, the sealed section.
Yeah, that's not fair.
That was rude.
Sorry
Tiffany
about that.
Warren, 10 News First, welcome.
Good stuff,
Hey,
Tiff.
good morrow.
How was your weekend?
Oh, so beautiful.
So we have this really fractured relationship whereby she loves musicals, I'm not so much. I love sport, her not so much.
Not at all.
So what did you do on Saturday night?
Be our guest. Be our guest. And it was magnificent.
Oh. It's
so good, isn't
Loved
it?
it. Yeah, it's
Very
gosh.
good.
Yeah.
Well, I smell a sports musical coming up.
Ooh.
Just to combine the two so you guys can finally get along.
I know. We love each other so much, but we just can't find a common
can't
space where
agree
we
on that.
want to hang out outside of work.
All right. Sealed section each and every week. Tiff brings us something outrageous.
Who's Tim?
Yeah, no, I didn't see that coming when you turned up and said, my name's Tim now. You've got the envelope here. Let's jump into it. Oh, watch out there.
Open up.
Tim's not great with envelopes.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
What have you got for us this week, Tiff?
Well, this is salacious and spicy, as it
Okay.
always is, but this is particularly adult content. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you for why. A friend of mine found out at the weekend her boyfriend has subscribed to OnlyFans, specifically for a particular content creator. So not just for the general overarching adult content, but specifically for one artist, I suppose you could say.
Are they called artists?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Content creator, artist.
How
This
does
is
she
spicy.
feel about that?
Well, she hates it.
Oh.
She's not pleased. She's not best pleased, but now she doesn't know what to do. Does she
Okay.
dump the man? Because she kind of says, well, it's sort of cheating. It's sort of like messaging you, Jodes, and saying, can I please have some nude pics? It's not okay.
Wow.
To which I would say, yes. What
Why,
angle?
what would you
Sure.
like?
$3,
It's not very
thanks.
flattering.
Send through some money. 13 24 10. Please jump on board. What should Tiff's friend do in this situation? Up for grabs, best call of World Cinema Family Pass. OnlyFans is an interesting area, isn't it?
Okay, so we're not across it. So you're going to have to explain. So you have to pay
Me?
for all the content?
I don't know, Boo. Andrew, how does that
Oh, well, I've been reliably told. I think it's a monthly fee, and obviously it varies on the artist.
Yes.
But yeah, and then
Like-
I'm not sure when I can honestly say I haven't used it before, but I don't know if the pictures come through daily or the videos daily, or is it monthly, or it depends on the artist
Like
once again.
Netflix, the subscription, like if you pay, do you get ads?
Yes.
No ads?
100%. Just
Or
you
you're about to
upgrade
see
for no
the-
ads.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you pay more for more graphic content? Is that right?
I
Or
think so.
personalised content?
Yeah, maybe personalised content. I'm
Like-
pretty sure you can personalise things, but depending who it is, like, for example, I think at one stage the most popular platform or artist was Iggy Azalea,
Yes, that's right.
which would make sense.
Yes.
Because she's such high profile and you're seeing parts of Iggy Azalea that you're certainly not going to see on the TV.
Was she getting her gear off?
Oh, I
Iggy?
think so. We
Was
assume
she?
so.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Who can
Okay.
say? We'll look
Okay.
that up after.
Yeah.
So if your partner's jumping onto OnlyFans and subscribing specifically to one person, is that a form of cheating?
Yes,
Yes.
it is, because that is a connection with that particular person. So there is nothing on OnlyFans that you won't be able to find on the internet for free.
Yeah.
So if you're paying for something like that specifically with someone, then that's a spiritual connection that you're trying to gravitate
Yeah,
towards.
and a little bit physical too.
Can I just say it's not spiritual? It ain't nothing to do with spiritual. That is purely sexual.
Yeah, but if it's just purely sexual and that's what you're into, then you can find that stuff on the internet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
right.
obviously you've got some sort of connection, you think, with this person.
Yeah.
And can I just say, Iggy Azalea made $300,000 in 24 hours
Whoa.
on
Pretty good.
OnlyFans.
That's
Good
a
for
decent
Iggy.
day's
That's not
work,
bad.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's not bad.
And it was
Not
her
bad.
first day as well.
Her first day.
First day on the job.
First day on the job.
First day in the
Return.
job.
All right. So, how's your friend feeling, Tiff? Like, she's you feel like she's sort of leaning down the path of this is cheating, and
Of
she needs
see you
to get
later,
rid of it?
alligator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it kind of almost smacks of you're not getting something in your relationship that perhaps you're
Are you
looking
victim
for.
blaming?
No.
Are you saying my friend's not hot and
No.
she's not sending nudes? Because she can. She would. She might if he pays for them.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that guy is obviously searching for something that he's not getting.
He's got a wandering eye
yeah.
and a wandering who knows what.
Okay.
Good morning, Mia.
Good morning. How you going?
Good,
Good,
good.
Mia.
OnlyFans, explain, go.
Well, I don't know much about it because I don't even have Instagram, but I saw some OnlyFans subscriptions coming on my credit card and I went, realised the 17-year-old has been subscribing and he won't fess up to what it is. It's nothing bad.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
17's a tricky age, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're really
It's a really
discovering
tricky
yourself.
age. Yeah, because they think they're grown up and they're in a hurry. But, yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but it scares me.
So, Mia, have you asked him about said charges on your credit card?
Oh, yeah. He's like, no, it wasn't me. I'm like, it wasn't me, mate.
Wow. Okay.
Good morning to you, Renee.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your husband is on OnlyFans, yes?
Well, he was. I don't know. I had a weird feeling one day and I logged in, like I used his phone and like signed into like OnlyFans and I put in, you know how you have like your saved passwords, it's saved as a password?
Yes.
So I was like, like it just logged in.
Got it.
So I didn't get to see much before he conned on that I actually logged in. But I saw on the bank statements, I think it was like the morning of or like maybe the day after or the day before, one of the payments came through on our wedding day.
Oh, my gosh.
Stop it.
So his excuse was that he just subscribed and then he forgot that it was like an ongoing payment that had just come out.
That's
But I
what
was
he
like-
said to you, Renee.
Yeah.
When on the wedding day did you find out, Renee?
So I didn't find actually out on the wedding day. I found out maybe 7 or 8 months later.
Right.
And how did that make you feel?
I probably didn't speak to him for about 3 or 4 days. Like I went off
Yeah.
with like out of the world. It was good because he was doing fly in, fly out at the time. So I only had to not see him for one day and then I didn't see him for like a good week and a half.
Did it feel like he was cheating, Renee?
I do feel like it's borderline because like, I don't know, why would you pay, especially because there are people like where we live that have that. So you could just pay to subscribe to someone you actually know.
Yes, that's the thing. Renee, you guys are still together? How you going?
Yeah, we actually are.
Put him on. Put him on. Actually, don't put
Not
him
here, sorry.
Oh, there you go. Interesting.
And is he still a subscriber?
No, well, not that I know of. I don't think so. I don't think he's ever done it again.
And
I hope
Renee,
not anyway.
How much was he paying?
I think it was like $20 or $30 here or there. It wasn't flat and all. Heaps, but at the same time, he's a person that doesn't really spend a lot of money. So I was like, okay.
Selective with his
And it's
cash.
not like he was deprived at all. So I'm like, okay.
Hey, good for you, Renee. Good for you. You go, girl.
Oh, thank you so much, Renee, for calling up. Renee has definitely won the World Cinema Family Pass too, by the way.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
There you go. Good stuff.
Yeah, least we can do.
All right.
Go see a wholesome film. Go see something wholesome.
Yeah, just to sort of sum it up as well, I'm not sure how we sort of feel about it. It's two examples both ways.
I wouldn't feel great about it. As
I
a
wouldn't
wife.
be best pleased.
No, I'd feel really icky.
Yeah.
Tip 1 from 10 News First. Thank you for coming in this week, and we'll catch you again next week. Nice work. What are you going to tell your friend, by the way?
Do you want to go to Wallace Cinema, maybe?
I need to know. I need to know now.
I need to know. I need to know.
I need to know.
What's in the news today?
I need to know this.
Here's what you need to know. What you need to know with Jody and Hazy.
Breaking news, Bindi Irwin misses annual Steve Irwin Gala due to unexpected medical emergency. She had a ruptured appendix.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to say it. What the hell do we have appendix for?
I don't know.
What does it do?
I don't know.
What a useless little organ.
Also, 13-24-10. Have you had a ruptured appendix?
Yeah.
What does it feel like?
What about when you get reincarnated and you're like, you wake up and you're like, oh, what am I? And you're like, geez, I hope I'm a heart or maybe a brain. You're like,
Something
I'm an appendix.
Oh, no.
I'm useless.
I'm so redundant. So apparently, according to her brother, she's going to be okay, but surgery, out of all of the things we were ready for, that was not one of them. That's from Robert, by the way.
Can be very aggressive too
Oh, can it?
when it comes on like that.
Yeah,
And
right.
all of a sudden, I'm not sure if you're familiar with a particular Simpsons episode, Joe, it's where they have to cut it out. Dr. Hibbert actually has to cut it out.
Dr. Hibbert, he's a real doctor, yes?
He's a real doctor. And gets the appendix and throws it out and it explodes like a grenade. I can only assume that's what happens in real life too.
Yeah, okay.
Who's to say?
Can I just ask you something? And
Sure.
I hate to digress like this, but do you have to base everything we talk about off a Simpsons episode?
Do you know, it's really quite sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
That my brain is on such a connection level with The Simpsons. I wish I could remember my kids' birthdays better, but instead, I've got a Simpsons quote for everything else.
Yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
Yep.
That's really good use of my brain.
Okay, well done.
Thank you.
So anyway, she came to Las Vegas and was ready to come to the gala for her dad, but put on a brave face in a lot of discomfort and a lot of pain and said, nope, I'm just going to tough it out. But the surgeon said, your appendix is going, that thing's got to come out.
Okay.
So that's Bindi.
All good. She gonna be okay.
She'll be fine.
Let's talk about Beyonce's little one. Oh, they grow up so quickly, Jodes.
Don't they?
Blue Ivy's 13.
Yeah.
She looks about 25 too, by the way.
She actually does.
Yeah.
Look at her. She looks like a fully grown adult.
She does.
Yeah, she's beautiful. There's no question about that. And she was always going to be beautiful given her genetics.
Yes. I'm saying that Beyonce, a fair bit better looking than Jay-Z, but that's just my humble opinion.
How? What did Jay-Z do to you?
Well, nothing. Maybe that's the problem. Anyway, bit of controversy online about this. Blue Ivy, who's the 13-year-old daughter, of course, is performing as a backup dancer on her mum's Cowboy Carter World Tour, participating in half of the 32 dates. So, despite her young age, she's achieved significant milestones, including winning a Grammy, charting on Billboard with her early appearances. So, people are saying she reportedly earns around $40,000 per night. And critics are arguing she should be focusing on homework and friends rather than intense rehearsals and adult scrutiny. It's done now. But also, as soon as you come into this world and you're the son or daughter of Jay-Z and Beyonce, it's not going to be normal.
No.
There's nothing that you could do that would be normal.
I know. Firstly, I would say to those people who are criticising, pipe down. It's not your decision.
Yeah.
It's not your monkey.
Oh, someone's
not yours.
jealous.
What?
Someone's jealous.
Me?
No, not you, the critics online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wish I was performing for $40,000 per night.
I would say a 13-year-old, my concern here would be for the social media because people are mean. People are so mean online, and I don't think a 13-year-old is well or best equipped to deal with people's hate.
Yeah, you just feel like, though, given that mum and dad is Beyonce and Jay-Z, should be well equipped to, I don't know, even be around professionals that would be able to handle a situation like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Beyonce and Jay-Z would cop so much crap.
I know. But then Is she, can she even live a normal life and go to school?
No, she can't.
Like,
let's be honest, she can't.
yeah. I don't know.
Hey, I'm going over to Blue Ivy's house after dinner, Mum. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a driver coming to pick me up.
Mum, Blue Ivy and I are having a play date. Is that okay? I'd be like, hell yes, film all of it.
May I come? Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how sexy bald men are, Jodes.
Okay, let's try. Very timely that Paige should talk about getting her hair done because apparently women are more attracted to bald men. What?
Yeah, so they've ranked baldness as the second most desired male feature. This is via a study that's recently been released. So the preference for baldness may be linked to perceptions of maturity, intelligence, honesty, education, and social dominance. Good stuff, fellas. No hair, don't care.
Something for you to look forward to, I guess.
Thank you. What a beautiful backhanded compliment. The most attractive physical trait, by the way, was a muscular physique, with baldness ranking just after. Other desirable features include blue eyes, a beard, green eyes, chest hair, tattoos, and piercings. So,
Can I just call BS on this study? Honestly?
But us bald/thinning men are living by this.
Okay, but a beard? Chest hair? No thanks. Tattoos? Piercings? Not
When
about
you say chest hair, do you mean like number 1 or 2, running the clippers over it? Bzz.
If you weren't to run the clippers over it, how much chest hair would you have?
Well, they used to call me Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy, but not after I've had a little meeting with the clippers, if you know what I mean, Jodes.
Right.
So the study emphasises that beauty varies individually, with attractiveness influenced by various physical and personality traits. So think, for example, Kelly Slater, Jason Statham, Bruce Willis, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, he's thinning furiously, and maybe The Rock. They're the sexiest bald blokes that I can come up with.
Okay. I don't know. Get involved. 13, 24, 10. Ladies, do you like a bald man?
Don't ruin this for me.
I
Do not ruin this for me.
I didn't ruin it for you. Your father ruined it for you when he gave you the DNA that said at some point that little tuft on the top of your head is going to thin out and then you'll be bald. And whether your face is adept and prone to looking good with a bald head is not my fault.
Oh, this is tough as well because all this talk about going bald is causing me stress and the stress is making me go even balder.
Oh, no.
What a vicious cycle.
Oh, dear. 2 Queensland police officers, Constables Jacob Panisi and Philip. You've thrown me because you said.
I think it's Felipe.
Okay. Anyway, Philip Stigner helped deliver a baby in the police station in Deception Bay in Queensland in the car park after being flagged down by a woman in labour. So Julie Pedler was in the final stages and she was unable to reach the hospital in time. So the Constable Stigner guided the delivery with instructions from a O operator and the baby was born within 5 minutes. Do you often wonder, because I do, what you would do in a situation where someone went into labour and you were forced to pull that baby out?
Oh, my gosh. I couldn't handle such a situation.
No.
Just a lot to deal with, isn't it?
Can you imagine, Producer Molly, being in labour and looking down between your legs and there's Andrew's little face going, oh, my God, don't worry about it. I've got this.
It's coming, guys. Here it comes. Oh. What a beautiful way to enter the world.
The officers quickly wrapped the newborn baby Blake in a towel and awaited paramedics who arrived shortly after. The Pedley family later visited the station to thank the officers. What a cute story.
It's not traditional, though.
No.
It's not a traditional place to be born.
No, absolutely not. Where have all your children been birthed?
First one, 2 at Women's and Children's,
Yep.
which we had a fantastic experience, by the way.
They're so good in there.
Our last one, Sonny, was born at home.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a water birth. We set up a big pool at home.
Oh.
It's a very interesting situation I found myself in, and that was at the end of the night using the birth water to water the garden. Very.
You did not. Did you actually?
And didn't the Agapanthers love it too, by the way? They were like, wow, this is so nutrient rich. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Especially if the, what's that called?
The placenta.
The placenta. If that came out, apparently you can plant that under a tree and it's very, very good for the garden.
Next day, the Agapanthers were like, genuinely had muscles, had biceps. They're like, ooh, what's going on here?
Look at how strong we are. 13, 24, 10, let's do this. Where did you have your baby? What unexpected place did you pop one out? Let's go to
Let's go to Inez and Lakeview.
Yeah.
Good morning, Inez.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good, thank you. Where was the baby born?
So it's not me. So it was my auntie I'm talking about a long time ago. She's in her late 60s now. She was born in a taxi.
Oh, very good. Very good.
We call her Auntie's Taxi now.
Taxi.
So this is the big question, Inez. Did she cop a soiling fee?
Oh, no.
It was $88 back then. No vomiting.
Well, that was so long ago. It was before I was born. And it was overseas. It wasn't in Australia.
Okay.
It was just stories we've been told, and everyone just call her Auntie Taxi, and now she drives everyone around, and we still call her Auntie Taxi.
She's good for it.
And so what happened? Her mum just went randomly into labour? What happened?
Yeah, couldn't make it to the hospital.
Okay.
And it just popped out.
Oh, right. I just feel like, I don't know about you, but I feel like taxi drivers aren't overly equipped to deal with that situation.
I just don't feel like that's part of the qualifications.
No, exactly. Let's go to Matt from Kennel Light Gardens. Hey, Matt, where was the baby born?
It was also a home birth, a planned home birth. But the difference is, and this was last week, my wife, actually.
Last week?
Yeah, last week. Difference is she delivered the baby herself. There was a mix-up with the midwives who were meant to attend our home, and they just didn't arrive in time, and the baby was delivered on her own.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt, Jody and I get angry at each other when one of us is late, but can you imagine being a midwife and not getting there on time for the birth?
There was a mix-up. They sent the wrong midwife to the wrong house.
Oh, my God.
So they were late. They turned up after the birth.
Wow. Matt, we're a week into it. How's it all going?
Oh, it's going well. It's a bit chaotic. You know, you've got a few kids yourself. I've got 4 kids now, so it's just keeping everyone happy.
Oh, Matt, I'm so fascinated by this. Was she, because I've seen vision of, I reckon, one of the Kardashians.
Yes.
Courtney pulling her own baby out.
Mm-hmm.
Look on your face just there.
Oh, I didn't see that part of the Kardashians.
What video have you seen of the Kardashians then?
I missed that scene.
Okay. Matt, was she lying down? Was she sitting up? How did it work?
Yeah, she was in a birth pool as well.
Yeah.
But luckily, I got the pump out because I was sort of half inflating it by the time she jumped in and delivered the baby. So it was all happening.
Wow. That is outrageous.
That is incredible. Thank you so much, Matt. Oh, my goodness. Should we take one more?
Let's take one more.
Okay. Mary, good morning.
Good morning. How are you both?
Good, thank you. Was this you that nearly gave birth in a random place?
Yes, it was me. My son was nearly born on the toilet. I got up early in the morning and I felt really good, had a great sleep. It was about 7:45 in the morning, got up. And then I was like, I feel a bit funny. Went to the toilet and I just went into random birth and nearly gave birth to him there and then.
Oh, my gosh. That is intense.
And so obviously you got up off the toilet and made it to a hospital?
No, I didn't make it to the hospital. I ended up, my son had to, he was only 4 at the time, he had to go and knock on my sister-in-law's door, which we were living at the back of their house. And they were just about to leave. Thank goodness he got her just in time. And she was able to call the ambulance. But by the time the ambulance arrived, so she had to basically help me through until they got there. I managed to get off the toilet and onto all 4s, and that's where I gave birth to him.
That is amazing. Sometimes,
mostly by myself.
Yeah, that's a good effort, Mary. Sometimes communication, there can be barriers with a 4-year-old. I would hope that you didn't go to the neighbour and say, Mum's on the toilet and she's in trouble and she's moaning.
I woke him up. He knocked on the door and he was like, Mum, are you okay?
Oh,
and then I'm like, quick, can you go get some help? So, he was the hero of the story.
So, Mary, this is fascinating. How painful? Was it just so quick? How painful was it?
It was so quick, and I think I was just in shock. My first birth was really long, and I had an epidural, so this one was just all natural. It was very sporadic. Active labour was about 20 minutes. Ambulance got there just in time to basically catch him. The head was already out, and, they got in there and was able to push one more time. And, before I knew it, I was getting in the back of the ambulance with my baby on the way to the hospital.
That is unbelievable.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you to all our calls. Matt from Colonel Light Guns, whose wife delivered her own child, her first child by herself at home. You deserve, in fact, your wife deserves a $100 Family Cook voucher. Who's got time to cook for the family when you're rushing around with kids' sport? Family Cook does. Visit thefamilycook.com.au.
Good on you, Matt. Thanks for your story.
Thanks, mate.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you.